during that week of spring break, the reality of the coronavirus really began to sink in, that we all began to realize it was here and it was a threat. It was so sudden and so shocking and so sobering. I did start in a Zoom format, but I realized that is not really who I am. After 45 years, to sort of know how my teaching style works and where it works and where it doesn't. And I ended up creating video podcasts. I think we all learned how to find ways to get around problems, and the experience of the spring, I think, it prepared us a lot.
The pandemic has definitely affected all of our ensembles across the board, and particularly with orchestra, we were very limited in the size of the ensembles that we could rehearse with at any given time. What came out of that, however, is that a lot of the ensemble members really valued this smaller amount of time that we had together to perform and to rehearse. And so there were these little pockets of time in which we were rehearsing were really much more valued in many ways by all of us.
It's gone from a very in-person relationship with a lot of our patrons to a very digital one. And it's been quite a shift. It's not what I'm used to, but it's been necessary, and I think we're really getting into the groove of how to continue the music department relationship with our patrons online.
The lecture courses for music, in my view, are the trickiest. I also have Zoom students who are remote, but I'm teaching in the classroom. So I've had to find a way to balance giving the student who is present in the seat and not compromising their experience with the students who in fact are remote, but not compromising their experience because they're remote.
I find online lessons can be kind of tricky sometimes. Sometimes like you mess up and you can say, oh, it was the Zoom's fault. Like it sounded wrong because I was Zoom. But sometimes you just mess up. But also it's a lot of opportunity to work on technique specifically. So that's been a plus side of the online lessons, is they're very focused.
I think from a standpoint of it being a teacher, and I think probably our students would have similar kinds of thoughts, there is one great teaching lesson that we are continuing to experience all the way through this, and that is we've become adept at taking technology that we would not have used and would not have wanted to use and taken some real liabilities and turned them into long-term permanent assets.
I've seen a lot of compassion coming about during the pandemic. People are more understanding, and even though we're all experiencing different levels of frustration and different levels of impatience, on the outside, everybody has really been gracious and patient towards each other, even in the most challenging of times.
One of the unexpected circumstances is that there are enough students who are really positive, and they're doing an amazing job at adapting, and it inspires me. They inspire me because they're doing so well.